With the introduction of homes to GMS, knowing what to do at the start of something's release tends to be the question most asked. Thankfully, with the help of others and some research, here are the 3 quests you initially get. As a note, if there are any more quests, I will cover them in the future videos. And as another side note, since they're referred to as episodes in-game, I will do so throughout the video. I will also be covering what I personally believe to be the fastest ways to unlock them. With that being said, let's get to it. To start off, I will briefly go over the purpose of these episodes. These episodes for the new home content are specifically to unlock the shopping trips further down the list, starting from the shopping trip that's called Old House and below. Not only do they unlock the further shopping trips, but also grant access to the blueprints for other different building types, such as the colonial home and the townhouse, both of which are unlocked as you complete episodes 1 through 3. Please take note that I will only be going over what you need to do or collect for these quests and not where to go for each NPC interaction for the quest directly, as they are all self-explanatory or are told where to go via the quest window. The first episode requires a total of 20 furnishings. Once meeting the requirement for the first episode, you will be given a series of quests, most of which can literally be skipped by holding down your NPC chat button. From there, I would also recommend going out and purchasing the following items from the following NPC. The first of which are 10 salads, which can be purchased from the 24-hour Maplestory NPC, which can be found here, 10 meats from any general store, the last of which are 10 super expensive makeup kits, which cannot be purchased ahead of time, so do not prepare for this, as once you get this quest, you must head over to Curring Tower, 5th floor cosmetic store, 1 or 2. Thankfully, this is a very simple quest with a decently high enough drop chance to almost be 100% drop from each kill. From this episode's completion, you'll be rewarded with blueprints. For the second and third episode, the requirements change to needing blueprints to unlock the further episodes. With the second episode, you will need to collect a total of 15 blueprints. For the sake of pacing and organization's sake, I will be covering what I believe to be the most efficient means to get blueprints at an expedited pace as possible, so I'll be continuing with the information and requirements first. During this episode, the only gathering you need to do is gathering quest items from killing Hunterizers for 50 severed antennas from either the blue or red versions of this mob from either Scrapyard Hill 4 or 5. As their drop rates are decently high, I wouldn't bother worrying about which map is better to collect them from, as these are quest items you cannot preemptively collect them. Upon completing the final quest for this episode, you will be rewarded with the ability to start sending your caretaker on shopping trips in the period shopping catalog and gain access to the colonial style home. As mentioned previously, episode 3 also requires collecting blueprints at a total of 25 blueprints. With this episode, you can do some preemptive collecting and purchases to speed things up, as this episode is way longer compared to the previous 2 episodes. The first of which is 10 sunrise dews, 5 apples, 5 lemons, all of which can be purchased from any general store. During this episode, you will be sent out on a series of errands, so I will not be covering them, as the quest logs will tell you exactly who, where, and what to do. The only other gathering task you will need to do is to gather 10 Elnif Mountain Ice from killing any mobs in Ice Valley 1 or 2. Upon completing the final quest for this episode, you will be awarded with the ability to now send your caretaker on shopping trips to the townhouse shopping catalog, along with gaining access to the beach townhouse and unlocking Jenny as your caretaker. Please take note that the next portion of this video is my own personal opinion on how to unlock episodes 1 through 3 in the most fast and most efficient method. For the first episode being a strictly furnishings requirement, this one is easiest by far. Some sources of furnishings are from the following. Miranda's shop. In her shop, she always has at least one furnishing for sale for vessels that resets during in-game's reset time, so be sure to purchase this one. And weeklies for trophy collections. This is best if you have a lot of weekly mules or trades to do with people. You can also do the following daily bosses, such as Easy Balrog up to 7 times, Omni Clean, Chaos Horntail, Hard Volume, and Normal Arcarium, also known as the Old Man. If I have to repeat him again, I will be calling him Old Man because I hate pronouncing his real name. Another source of furnishings you can use is sending out your caretaker on shopping trips. To maximize your yield from this source, I recommend doing the following if you are physically able to in terms of being at your computer to actively reset your shopping times when they conclude. Assuming you're able to be at your computer at all times, I will recommend you, starting with the Mushroom House catalog, do 2 6-hour shopping trips throughout the day, and when it's time for you to go to sleep or close to sleeping, to simply do the 9-hour shopping trip in order to be efficient, unless you want to wake up in the middle of the night and do a cycle of 4 6-hour trips, but if that's what you want to do, that's on you. Doing so will result in you working through 2 different loot pools, as 6 and 9-hour shopping trips have 2 different loot pools, which reduces the chance of getting duplicates for the collection milestone rewards that yield the blueprints you need. But for the sake of pacing, I will be covering this later. If you are unable to reach 20 furnishings at the pace you'd like, and are starting to get duplicates from the Mushroom House catalog at too freaking of a pace, and are unable to get drops from the weekly bosses, I would recommend you do 2 6-hour and 1-hour shopping trip rotations with the Old World catalog, though I would advise against this as this is no collection milestone rewards for blueprints, and quite frankly, I find it to be a waste, so I would only recommend you do this if you are one of the players with less access to the trophy collections. For the second episode, as this and the following episode requires blueprints, I recommend doing the following. Take note that the Miranda shop purchases do not count towards the collection, so only purchase it for the decoration's sake. Using the 2, 6, and 1, 9 pattern, complete the 3 and 6 collection milestones for the Mushroom House, as this is one of the easy enough initially to get the total of 4 blueprints, plus the ones you already get from the tutorial quest and earlier quests to reach the 15 blueprint requirements for episode 2. For the third episode, as this one requires 25 blueprints, the following is what I recommend as the best in terms of pacing to get this quest unlocked as soon as possible. Once again, take note, the Miranda shop purchase does not count towards the collection, so only purchase it for decoration's sake. With the earlier steps taken from episode's 2 requirements, you should be already at 15 out of 25 for this requirement, so working from there, complete the third mushroom collection milestone, which is to get 9 unique collections. From there, stop doing Mushroom House as your chance of getting duplicate furnitures is now at 29%. Yes, it's not that high, but when the other options are at 0%, it's better by default. And from there, start doing the 2, 6, and 1, 9 rotation for the period catalog. Unfortunately, I did not note from which milestone I got it from, but once completing the 5 and or 7 collection milestones, you should have enough blueprints to unlock the third episode. And just in case no one understood what I said or could not follow what I said, to put it simply, episode 1, get 20 furnishings, only unique collections count, so no duplicates. Episode 2, do Mushroom House shopping catalog trips and refresh them with the hours that you will be able to send your caretaker out again until you reach the 3rd and 6th collection milestones. Episode 3, do Mushroom House collection catalog trips until you reach the 9th collection milestone, and then start doing the period catalog until 3, 5, and or 7 collection milestones. Hello, Peanut here again. As noted earlier, if there are any further quests unlocked, I will consolidate them into their own video. Also, the video on the caretaker's guide on how to level up specific attribute stats will be worked on when resources allow for such a video to be worked on, as the talk options are randomized, so that will make getting an accurate spreadsheet on those options hard to complete. But, if you have any questions on anything covered in this video, please let me know in the comments. And if possible, don't forget to subscribe, as I'll be holding a 50k NX giveaway on my Twitch stream at every 250 subscribers. And with that being said, I will see you all next time.